What if I told you that you could build a hurricane-proof, earthquake-resistant, energy bill-slashing home for less than the price of a used car? No, this isn't science fiction. It's happening right now, underground, and almost nobody is talking about it. Somewhere in Texas, in Tennessee, even in the New Mexico desert, people are digging into hillsides and building homes that look like something straight out of the Shire. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how much they cost, what living inside one actually feels like, and why more people are choosing to live under the earth instead of on top of it. Stick around, because the numbers on this one genuinely surprised me, especially compared to what a normal house costs to build in 2026. Welcome to Affordable Tiny Living Bree. Before we go underground, literally, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell. We cover a new alternative home style every single week, from Quonset huts to cubic homes, to now, homes buried in the earth. If unconventional living interests you, this channel is about to become your favorite rabbit hole, pun intended. Let's define what we're actually talking about. Because underground home covers a few different things. An underground or earth-sheltered home is a structure that uses soil, on the roof, on the sides, or completely surrounding it, as insulation and protection. Fully bermed homes are built into a hillside, with earth covering the roof and back walls, while the front stays open to daylight. Fully buried homes are surrounded by soil on every side except entry points and skylights. And then there are hybrid designs, built at grade level but covered in a thick layer of soil and vegetation, essentially wearing the landscape like a blanket. The idea isn't new. Native American pit houses, Scandinavian turf homes, and traditional dugouts on the American prairie all used this same principle. Let the earth do the insulating work that a furnace or air conditioner would otherwise have to do. What's changed in 2026 is the technology. Companies are now manufacturing prefabricated, modular shell systems, specifically designed for earth-sheltered construction, which means what used to take months of custom engineering can now be assembled by a small crew in a matter of days. From the outside, an underground tiny home barely reads as a building at all. That's the whole point. Most designs use a series of connected, arched modules. Think of a tunnel shape rather than a traditional box. These arches aren't just aesthetic. A curved shell distributes the weight of the soil on top far more evenly than a flat roof ever could, which is why these designs can support several feet of earth, grass, and even small trees without any structural strain. The shells themselves are commonly built from fiber-reinforced polymer panels, reinforced concrete, or in more traditional builds, rammed earth and stone. Fiber-reinforced polymer has become popular specifically because it's lightweight, waterproof, out of the factory, and resistant to rot, pests, and fire. Once the shell is in place, it gets wrapped in a waterproofing membrane, then a drainage layer so water moves away from the structure instead of pooling against it, and finally the soil goes back on top, sometimes with a full green roof of grass and native plants growing right over the living room. Entry points typically face a slope or hillside, so you walk in at ground level even though most of the home is buried behind and above you. Windows and French doors cluster on this exposed face to bring in natural light, while skylights punch through the earth-covered sections to light up rooms further back. The overall look is deliberately organic. Rounded doorways, curved roof lines, vegetation blending into the surrounding land. Depending on finishing choices, the exterior can lean rustic and hobbit-like, or sleek and modern, with large glass panels and clean stucco accents around the entry face. Same underlying structure, completely different personality. Step inside, and the first thing people notice is the ceiling. Those arched, vaulted profiles from the outside carry straight through to the interior, creating rounded, tunnel-like rooms with no sharp corners. It feels less like a house and more like a series of connected caves, in the best possible way. Interior walls are typically smooth and washable, since the shell material itself often forms the finished surface, with drywall or paneling added only where owners want a more conventional look. Floors are usually polished concrete, tile, or engineered wood laid over a concrete slab, which pairs well with the thermal mass strategy of the whole build. Layouts tend to be linear, module by module. A kitchen and living module connects to a bedroom module, which connects to a bathroom module, and so on. Larger builds link 4 or 5 of these modules together for a 2 or 3 bedroom footprint. Natural light is the single biggest design challenge indoors, and also where the most creativity shows up. Skylights are positioned directly above kitchens and living spaces. Light tubes, narrow reflective shafts that channel daylight down through several feet of soil, are increasingly used in back bedrooms that have no exterior-facing wall at all. Interior color palettes lean toward whites, warm woods, and light stone specifically to bounce whatever daylight is available around the space. Temperature-wise, this is where underground homes genuinely shine. Several feet down, soil temperature stays remarkably stable year-round, regardless of what's happening outside. That means the interior naturally hovers in a comfortable range, with dramatically less heating and cooling work than a conventional home, which we'll get into with real numbers in a moment. Here's what you actually came for. And I want to be upfront. These numbers are based on current, publicly available 2026 pricing, not outdated blog estimates. For comparison, a standard newly built single-family home in the US in 2026 runs somewhere between $150 and $320 per square foot for construction alone, with the national average sitting around $162 to $200 per square foot once you include a builder markup. That's before land, permits, or site work. Now let's look at underground and earth-sheltered construction. Budget tier. A prefabricated fiber-reinforced polymer shell system, the modular arch-style kits used for smaller earth-sheltered builds, runs roughly $34 to $42 per square foot delivered, for the shell only. A small one-bedroom module in the 400 to 500 square foot range can land in the $14,000 to $20,000 territory for the shell, though you still need to add site work, insulation, plumbing, electrical, and interior finishing on top of that. Mid-range tier. A more complete, livable earth-sheltered home. Shell, waterproofing, insulation, basic interior finishing, using either the modular kit approach or a poured concrete shell, typically lands in the $95 to $150 per square foot range for the base structure, which is genuinely comparable to standard wood frame construction costs, before you add finishes. High-spec tier. A fully custom earth-sheltered home, engineered from scratch with premium finishes, larger glazing, and complex drainage or slope work, can run $150 to $250+ per square foot all in, approaching or matching high-end conventional custom home pricing. Here's the honest part, and I want to be direct about it. Earth-sheltered construction is not automatically cheaper than a conventional home once you account for excavation, structural reinforcement, waterproofing, and site-specific engineering. The base shell can be genuinely affordable, especially at the budget tier. But by the time a home is fully finished, mid-range and high-spec underground builds often land in a similar cost bracket to conventional construction, not dramatically below it. The real savings tend to show up later, in your energy bills, not up front in your construction invoice. Nobody selling you a hillside home is going to lead with these, so let's go through them. 1. Excavation and site costs can spiral fast. Sloped land is ideal and relatively affordable to build into. Flat land requires significant additional excavation, drainage planning, and cost, sometimes enough to erase any savings from the shell itself. 2. Groundwater is a deal breaker on the wrong site. A high water table means constant hydrostatic pressure against your walls, and that turns into a waterproofing nightmare. This single factor rules out entire regions for this type of build. 3. Natural light stays a permanent design constraint. Even with skylights and light tubes, interior rooms further from the entry face will always feel different than a conventional home with windows on every wall. Some people love the cave-like calm, others find it takes real adjustment. 4. Financing is genuinely harder. Many lenders still treat earth-sheltered and unconventional builds as higher risk, which can mean fewer mortgage options or higher down payment requirements compared to a standard stick-built home. 5. Resale market is thin. Because these homes look and function differently from what most buyers expect, the pool of interested purchasers is smaller. That can mean a longer time on market if you ever decide to sell. None of this means underground homes are a bad idea. It means they're a specific tool for a specific site and a specific kind of homeowner, not a universal fix. Quickly, here's the range this style covers. The compact hillside module, a single room, 200 to 400 square foot bermed unit, ideal as a first build or guest space. The linear family home, 3 to 5 connected modules forming a full 2 or 3 bedroom layout with a shared living and kitchen module up front. The fully buried bunker-style home, soil on all sides, built for extreme weather resistance and off-grid resilience. The hybrid modern build, earth-covered roof and back wall, but a fully glazed modern front face for a contemporary look with underground performance. And the custom concrete estate, poured, engineered earth-sheltered construction at the high-spec tier, built to match luxury finishes with the energy performance of a buried structure. If you own sloped land, live somewhere with real temperature extremes, and you're building for the long term rather than planning to sell in 5 years, an underground home is worth serious consideration. If you're on flat land with a high water table, or you need conventional financing without complications, this probably isn't your first build. So here's my question for the comment section. Would you actually live underground full-time? Or is this strictly a guest house or bunker idea for you? Let me know below. And if you want to see the cost breakdown for a specific one of these 5 styles, in full detail, tell me which one, and it might be the next video. I'll see you in the next one.